Hello, it's Beyza here, and today we're gonna make a journal page together, and it's gonna be about my graduation day. This is going to be my first ever English video, so I'm pretty excited about it. It's been a while since I started making videos like this, but I never make it in real time, so I think that's gonna be a first time. So before starting, I want to specify that this was from my graduation bouquet actually, that my sister made it for me, so it was super important for me. In my mind book, I usually use also the materials from the important days. I just don't use it just photographs and stickers, blah blah. I also use the junks that I pulled from that day. And here I use the cotton as a background actually, and I will use that white part as well, but since this white part is very hard to stick it, I will use it just a little bit. By the way, I'm fully aware that I didn't make a proper entrance for this video, so you probably have no clue about who I am and what am I doing. So briefly, I will start talking about this. First of all, I graduated from the Department of Architecture, which this was a total torture for me, so I think congrats to me. Yeah. The other thing is that I'm just not an architect. I'm also an illustrator as well, and I created this concept called Mind Book, which this is what I'm doing right now. It's basically a book that I'm literally collecting my memories, my junks, my plans, and everything in my head, like positive and negative, let's say. First of all, I cut this cotton. Yeah, it took this much. Like, I might be sharing my videos on speed, but usually this is how much it takes. It takes a lot, but it's fun, so who cares, right? I also do want to talk about architecture. If you guys like watching this and studying architecture at the same time, good luck with that. I mean, I don't want to talk bad about it. I loved studying architecture, but the fact is, it's hard. Yeah, it's so hard. I'm not gonna make it look like as if it's easy. It's not easy. It's not gonna be easy. Because if you'd ask me, I would say architecture is not just a type of a science. I would say it's more like type of an art. It's a process. Because architecture is just not about drawing plans and sections. It's about creating something for the human beings. It has to be useful. It has to be technically right. It has to be strong and durable. It has to be artistically right and beautiful and modern. It has to have a meaning underneath. I mean, you can just say that, I did this building because I wanted to do this way. It's not just working that way in architecture. I mean, if you just want to build boring apartments, yeah, that's on you. You can do that and nobody would ask you why did you do that. But if you really want to be an artistic architect with a perspective of life, I don't know, so in this case you have to have a proper process of designing a building or a structure, let's say. By the way, I almost half finished the background. I'm gonna use this other flower coverage, whatever they say. I adore flowers, by the way. I'm a flower girl and I like to use it all. Like, I like to use the coverage. I like to keep the flowers, make them dry, put it between my books, whatever. Anyways, so we were talking about architecture. I think one of the main reasons I finished the architecture department this fast is my friends. In my opinion, architecture is not a department that you can easily finish, but if you have true friends that you can help and you can get some help, you can totally finish it in like 4 or 5 years, which I finished in 5 years, which this is an accomplishment for me, so don't judge me. Anyway, I have a group of friends that I'm very grateful to have them, and you will see their photographs later. God, I hated them at the first sight. Because in the last year of high school, I was hating everyone. I was a teenager going to the school, literally sitting at the last table, sleeping in lessons. That was me. Which that was totally understandable if you are a teenager who got bullied all the time and if you're like 17. Plus, I had my friendship groups already and we were so good together. We were getting along so good, which right now we are not in speaking terms. I think somebody has to tell me that most of high school friendships are ending sooner than we thought. So basically, I was thinking that I will have those friends forever, so I don't need any other friends. That's why when I started university for the first time, I decided not to meet with anyone and not to talk with anyone. Of course, that was stupid, so I stopped this and I started to act like a normal person, and I had my friendships at the end, and I'm so glad and thankful for them, to be honest. I know that I complained a lot, but please don't be afraid of choosing this department because it's actually at the same time super fun for me. It was super fun for me because I'm not a type of girl that who can study like math and physics, sitting and writing stuff. I love creating. I love making art. Because if you look at this way, you're contributing a community. You are building a place that people can have memories in them. People can have families in them. Not just that, I mean, some people can even call those places that you build it with your brain and your hands, they will call them home. You will make a home out of some bricks and AutoCAD plans, which this is weird. Do you know what I mean, or do I make no sense? Whatever, I don't know. I almost finished the background, by the way, which I'm very proud of it because I like when you randomly cut some piece of paper and collect them together and stick them together and you end up with a whole page full with coverage. I don't know. In the other hand, my graduation day was important for me because I never graduated from anywhere. Literally, I didn't have any high school graduation because it was the coronavirus time and we were literally in quarantine, so we couldn't have any graduation party or anything. So this was the first time that I felt like I finished something, I accomplished something. I was the light, and I was like, I was the main girl in that day, you know? And to be honest, I was super proud of myself. I was so sure of myself, and I had big dreams that I could have called myself an architect now, and it was kind of fancy. Of course, I didn't know that I'm gonna be an unemployed architect though, but still, at the end, I'm an architect, right? Nobody can take it away from me anymore. Not after this day. Anyway, I don't like holes in my journal, so I like to close it with some random piece of paper. For me, all the pages that I'm doing has some kind of a vibe, and this pages vibe is more like brownish and yellowish and like flowerish. I don't know. Sticking the last part here. By the way, this glue that I'm using is terrible. It's horrifying. It's horrendous. Don't use it. I don't recommend this brand. I'm sorry. So ta-da! My page is ready, and right now I can make the funny part. This white piece is super cute. It's from my flower, but still, I didn't know if I should use it because it's something hard to stick. Anyway, I will just use it. Who cares? By the way, don't think that I'm unemployed. Yeah, I might be an unemployed architect, but I'm still an illustrator. I'm still making children books. I'm still giving lessons. Oh, by the way, yes, I'm giving art lessons, which I don't know if I'm teaching arts, but I love my students. They're pretty clever. Sometimes I feel like I have too many titles, and those titles are started to be heavier every day because I feel like I couldn't fill any of these titles yet. I don't know if it makes sense or if it sounds stupid. But I mean, who cares about titles? I was never a person who can labelize herself with a one certain disgusting, meaningless title. Because as a human, I don't believe that I came to a world just for being belong to one certain thing. For me, existing and thinking that being belong to only one thing, it's like you have a tongue, you can talk, but you can't sing. I mean, even if your sound bad, you can sing, and you know that you can. It's basically like this for me, because who cares about how you sound when you sing? You can sing in shower. By the way, I totally mess it up with this white thing, but ta-da! This is my flower. Of course, I kept it one piece. I mean, I need to put it on my mind book. But when I put flowers on my mic book, I always cover it with some kind of a glue or some kind of a tape. Just as a reminder, also when you use some receipts, you have to cover it with tape because this is the only way you can keep them in your journal. So right now I'm making sure that it is not taking any air inside, and I am very strictly typing it. I mean, it's dry, but still, I wanted to make sure that it is strictly typed because I don't want my flower and my whole book to get rotten and smell like a rotten flower, whatever. When I put things like this, like flowers or junks, or it can be even something that reminds me of that day, like something belonged to that day, let's say. I mean, I don't talk about photographs, you can print them out anytime. I mean something really coming out of from that day, like this flower or this bouquet coverage. When I put those things on my journal, I feel so happy because I feel like I am literally keeping that moment in my journal. It's like a little jail. I'm aware that it sounds pretty weird when I say it's a little jail, but it is really a little jail because we are putting our memories here and they have to stay here forever. It's beautiful. Anyway, so you remember the white part that I made a mistake with the white piece? I covered that with this flower. You can say that it's not clever. It's pretty clever and artistic. I know that I'm too modest. You don't have to tell me. So we are sweeping to the best part, which is the photographs. I like my photographs when they have the round corners. You can tell that it's less boring. Anyways, by the way, these are my best college friends and they are sweet as hell. I have a lot of photographs here. I have to choose one of them. I have to choose what I'm gonna put here. I think I will choose my favorites and then I will start with the favorite and biggest ones. This photo here is with my family and my friend's family, so it's a huge family photo. And yeah, this is me. I was totally confident about myself that day and these are my best friends. I know that these photos might be like a little bit bigger for this page size, but still I like it so much. And I want to make a frame for this big, huge family photograph. I started with choosing this background color, which it's super basic, but I like it anyway. And I'm just gonna basically stick this photograph on the paper. I like doing this kind of stuff. I don't know, it's like creating a small difference, but I like that difference. So I'm sticking the photograph and all we need to do by now is just cutting the photograph and creating some kind of a basic frame. I mean, look at this photograph. It's special and it definitely deserves a frame, don't you think so? Anyway, I am cutting the frame in the way that I want it. I put a little bit more space on the down side because I want to write something as if it's I don't know, it's like a photo card or something. I'm totally satisfied by the result. I'm cutting the corners and making more, less actually edgy, not more. Then I don't want to stick it on my paper because it's a huge photograph. So for just using the space underneath, I will find a way, which this way is taping them down. I don't know, it seemed like a good idea at first. At later, I realized that it might be weak, but I still did it anyways. I stick the half side of the tape on my photograph and the other half on the page, so this way I can open and close the photograph and use the space underneath the photograph. I'm genius, I know, you don't have to tell me, you don't have to write it down, I'm genius. Okay, it's just nothing, I know. But still, it looks cute and it makes me excited, isn't that enough? Whatever, I like doing this kind of little things on my page, which this is probably what's everyone doing, but still. Let's go with the other photograph, which it's my family photograph that I really love. I'm gonna also stick this down and talk about how much I love my family meanwhile. I think in this kind of days you just understand their value even more because seeing them there, standing for you, cheering for you, waiting for you with the proud eyes was the best feeling in my life. So the problem about this page is that I use the white mesh, so when I tried to put the photo on it, it's not sticking. So I needed another way, so I'm just gonna tape it down. Okay, I just used a lot of so okay, again, I did it again. I don't know how to stop this. But I at least did tape, so. Okay, I said it so again. Anyway, I will just use anyway. I'm sticking down the photograph and I want to do another frame. So here's my washi tapes comes. Here's the confession. I don't even know if the using washi tape was the best idea ever, because also the washi tape didn't kinda stick to the mesh, but I will use a way soon, so don't worry about it. Just watch it. Trust the process. Gosh, look at my face, by the way. I look so happy because probably I have no clue that I'm gonna be an unemployed architect soon. Anyway, probably I should also stop being so pessimist about myself, because probably you opened this video for chilling out, having a calm night, doing a journal with me, and then all you get is a depressive, unemployed architect. Sorry, not sorry. And here goes my beautiful best friends. They're gorgeous. Look at them. My sister and my best friends. I mean, they're my sisters too. To be honest, it was really hard for me to choose the best photographs from this day since I got a lot. But anyway, I'm gonna put one of them here with my friends. It was a funny moment too because my friend just literally grabbed a flag from a country that we don't know where is it from, and a girl from there came and took a photograph with me, and it was so nice. I wanted to just keep it on my journal. That was the answer to my question actually. I'm just choosing photographs by thinking to which moments that I could go back if I had the chance. So these were the answers. Also, this was a very cute moment. This is my lovely mother, and she wanted to use my graduation clothes. So, I mean, it was so nice. So I basically wanted to put this also in this page as well, because I didn't want to forget. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention, but I'm the girl with the red head. I mean, I'm not natural, but still, it's red. It doesn't change the fact that I'm red. I mean, it's actually orange, but we can call it red, aren't we? Once I was also red and it was very bad. I look like 40, but I mean, I don't have any problem with looking 40, but when you're 20, it's kind of weird. So another photo that I'm sticking, also the space is literally filling and I'm really happy with it. This was the last moment of the graduation and we throw our caps, so it was very funny. So after this photographs, all I got is the little moments that I want to put. This funny photograph of me, I really like it, so I just had to put it here. Usually when I'm journaling about such important days, I just feel so anxious because I feel like it's never gonna be perfect enough. But then I just remember this is something that I'm fighting with. I mean, this is why I created all this concept in my head for just killing that perfectionist inside me. This is literally why I started doing Mind Book anyway. I wanted to have something imperfect, which I can perfectly reflect myself. By the way, I really like this sticker. It's super cute. Anyway, so I'm just trying to change this attitude forever, but I also accepted that it's a process and it's not gonna happen in one night. You can't stop being a perfectionist in one day. I wish we could, but it's impossible. So I'm working on it, and this page was a good start. So maybe you realize that I finished with the photographs and it's my favorite part, putting stickers on the page. Next to my hot friends, I put the hot girl sew sticker. It was the best use ever. I feel satisfied. And I put the I'm a star sticker next to my mother because she's a star, obviously. I'm continue with using other things. I choose this one, like dream bigger, bigger and bigger. It's like a motivational thing, which I really need it right now, and whenever I see it, probably I will need it. I love also adding little stickers, like basic ones, hearts, stars, and these kind of butterflies, and of course the devil eye. Reason I'm putting these stickers is because I want to make it stronger, the frame that I made for my family photo. Also, do you remember the photo card that I made? I want to write something on the space that I left. Basically, I will write family because it's a family photograph and it's cute. Why not? Whatever, the page is almost finished. I have just small details that I had to add. Believe me, about journaling, I think the little details, like little stars, the little shapes that we made, they're making a huge difference. They are the ones that are giving life to the page, so I like to adding them a lot. continue with more and more and more stickers. By the way, I'm making the stickers by myself. You can always find them from my Instagram channel. You can always download them and you can use it as much as you want, like I do. Even stickers didn't work out with the frame and it's really annoying me, so I'm taking this off. I'm gonna find another way. Beyza, stop being perfect. Stop being perfect. Choosing another sticker that I think that this one has stronger sticky part, so I'm putting it this way and make it stronger, the frame. For the last steps, I'm using my leathers. These leathers are game changers. They're just making everything look aesthetic. Whatever, the corner is pretty empty. I can see that, so I have to deal with that right now. I don't know what to do. I think maybe I can put some stickers. I don't know. The stickers that embossed and they're smiley and they're cute, so I'm putting them here too to make the frame look more funny. One is not enough, so I'm just putting more, but I don't know where to put. Okay, I'm doing it here. So yeah, basically I'm just gonna keep adding more. After I'm getting bored of smileys, I'm just gonna fill the page with hearts and the unnecessary stickers that I really love to put. Jokes besides, I really love this page. I will add one more sticker on the corner that I really think that it's empty. This sticker says, "What you are doing matters." So it's finished. I really enjoyed. I hope you also liked my first ever video, and don't forget to subscribe and like my video. See you in the next one.